Hey everybody, Luke here from DukeWilliamsMusic.com. I just wanted to take the moment to say thank you for all your support and encouragement. It's been a lot of fun launching this new project for me. For those of you who know me, this is something that's been 10, 12, maybe even 20 years in the making. I've been playing music for over 20 years, and I've been on the road touring for over 10 years. So a lot of what I bring to DukeWilliamsMusic.com is a sense of know-how and experience of how to navigate an ever-changing music industry. Because let's face it, the industry is changing every day. I mean, we don't even know what the next hot app or social network is going to be. When I first started touring, I was using MySpace to connect with peeps, and now MySpace is gone. So it'll be interesting to see 5-10 years from now if it's still going to be Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, things like that, or will there be a new platform? Will there be something brand new? This is a good call out to all of you entrepreneurial leaning people out there. Maybe it's time for you to invent something new. But regardless of social media, that's going to exist probably forever, or as long as we're alive anyway. We have to use the tools that we've been given, as well as our own minds, our own unique way of thinking, our own perspectives on things. So use social media as a tool to serve you rather than something that you're kind of a slave to, like, oh, I just posted this and it only got 9 likes, or so-and-so didn't respond to me on Facebook or something. 2 years from now, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. So don't get hung up on little shit. Focus on 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. When I first started playing music, I was about 16 or 17 years old. When I first started writing songs, I wrote my first song for my grandpa, Lloyd. It's called Legend of Lloyd. That was my first song on guitar. I was a rapper before then. That's actually where the name Duke Williams comes from. Anyhow, I'm getting all I'm talking 100 miles a minute here. But when I first started playing music, pursuing it as something that was a career goal for me, I saw myself 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the road. I was actually at a gym in Faribault, Minnesota, where my guitar and vocal teacher, Brad, lived. I think he still lives to this day. The only real music lessons I've ever had, besides piano lessons when I was a kid, but like Brad and Faribault taught me how to play some songs that I really liked on the radio, or that I got CDs of, like Bob Dylan and Mason Jennings songs and stuff like that. Brad taught me how to use my voice, how to play new chords. I didn't really realize at the time how instrumental it would be, but thank you, Brad, if you're watching this. I've taken everything that you have instilled in my mind the past couple decades, and I know we only had maybe a few months of lessons, but it really did kind of pave the road for me in terms of really believing in myself. So that's something that you should consider, is when you hire somebody else to teach you what they already know, you really open yourself up to a whole nother world, because when you hire me to work with you, it's more than you can learn by reading a book. I could write a book about everything you should do in the industry, but it's not going to be like when we're working one-on-one, because everybody's different. What you need is not what he needs, or what you need is not what she needs. Every artist is different. Every artist is at a different stage in their life. So maybe you're 15, or maybe you're 50. Maybe you're 25, you're looking to go on your first tour, or maybe you're 35 and you're looking to sort of step it up a notch and start playing festivals and headlining bigger venues. So whatever it is, whether you're just starting out or you're kind of a mid-level artist that's reached a plateau and you want to really make a huge increase in your finances and your success rates over the next few years, when you work with me, I will tailor a roadmap for you. I will tailor a plan, a business plan, as well as just a life plan, because this isn't just about making money or being successful. Einstein said, try to be a man of value. rather than of success. Everybody wants to be successful, but there are billionaires on Wall Street who are successful and they're not happy. Successful, right? But there are other people who just add value to the lives of others, and try to be somebody like that. Even if you have 100 fans who buy your album, that's worth more than if you have 1 million likes and nobody's buying your shit. So it is, I don't want to say it's quality over quantity, because it's not quite like that, because if you only have 100 fans, you're probably not going to be able to support yourself long term. But think in terms of when you make a quality gain in your life. Say, for instance, you play a new show and there's only 10 people in the audience. You could be disappointed, or you could use that opportunity for your advantage. If you only have 10 people in the audience and they're all listening to you, after your show you can go and talk to every one of them individually. So it's a state of perspective. Step off stage, go and shake the hand of everybody who listened till the end, offer them a CD or a vinyl or a cassette, whatever you're selling, get them on your mailing list, and all of a sudden you start nurturing relationships with these people, and they become your true fans, your super fans. They're going to come to your show next time you're in town. They're going to tell all of their friends about you because you took the moment to talk to them, to engage them. That's something you can't do when you're playing Bonnaroo or Coachella and everybody's just like on their phones, drinking their beer, and like, oh, you're kind of cool because you're on stage. Now, granted, you're going to make a hell of a lot more money doing that, but I'm saying see the beauty in the small. Because once you get macro, once you scale it big time, I mean, it gets more impersonal. I was just talking to a guy who was playing arenas with a really famous guitarist, and you know, he told me that he likes the arena gigs because it's an easy gig. You show up, you know, you got the guitar techs, you play, you're off stage, you're backstage, you're in the limo, you're going back to the hotel. It's an easy paycheck, but like there's not interaction with the fans, and that's something that you get at a club or a bar or even at a coffee shop. And so whatever stage you're at in your career, I want you to really cherish the one-on-one connection with a potential fan or with an actual existing fan, because they're there to see you. They're there to see you. Don't act like you're entitled to say like, oh, there's only 10 people here, I'm going to, you know, stop playing. Or like when people say like, shh, I'm trying to play a real serious song. They're there to see you. You have to respect your fans. You have to fall in love with your fans. Without your fans, you're nothing. You don't exist. I don't care how talented you are. You might be the best guitarist or songwriter in the world, or the best singer in the world, but you have to interact with your fans and build relationships at an organic level. That's the wave of the future now. There's going to come a day when this whole rock star ego mentality crumbles. You know, people are already at the point where they want to be approachable. There are some people that are getting out of the game because they don't want to be approached by their fans. And then there are other people like Mac DeMarco, who's like, you know, putting his address or his phone number on his album. I can't remember which it was, but I thought that was really cool. It's like, we're just people, you know. We're just people. Bob Dylan's a person. Mick Jagger's a person. I'm a person. You know, Mac DeMarco's a person. You're a person. Like, just because we have this talent, just because we have this ability to get on stage and play music, people think it's some sort of magic trick, when it really is hours and hours and hours and hours and years of practice and development. So my encouragement to you right now is to, wherever you're at, engage with the fans, connect with them, email your super fans, reach out to the person you just met at your show and say, man, that was super cool, I hope to connect with you again in the future. Write a postcard or a letter, a handwritten letter to a fan that you have the address of. You know, start getting addresses, start getting email addresses, build your email list, maybe get phone numbers from certain fans. Just keep in touch. I know you can only keep in touch with so many people, but like really keep in touch with some of the real special super fans in your life and watch where that takes you. Because even if you develop one relationship with an awesome super fan, that super fan is going to tell 10 people about you, and that those 10 people are going to tell a few other people. So it's exponential. Even if you get one super fan, that can sometimes translate into 10 or 20 or 30 super fans down the road. Alright, so I'm kind of just going with this here. It's all just kind of stream of consciousness. I didn't really write up a lesson or anything here. I just wanted to say hi. I'm actually launching a course soon called The Blissful Musician. It will be available next week. You can purchase it at an artist-friendly rate. I'm pricing it at a price that any musician can afford, whether you're working a day job or even 2 day jobs, or you're just grinding it out on the circuit, what have you. Is it ground? Or I think I grinded it. I grinded it out on the circuit for several years, living out of my car. There were moments of homelessness, great despair. There were moments when I couldn't fucking even walk. I had a pinched nerve in my back. I didn't have health insurance. I was living in a tent filled with this much water because it was like a monsoon rain season, and I didn't have any. My car broke down, and it was just like, what to do now? But I knew even in the darkest moments that like it's all going to be worth it someday, because those experiences I was having were just really paving the road for me to learn and to understand more about myself, and to learn more and understand more about the music industry, the people that